Hello there, this is Yogi with another episode of 5 Minute Transformations. And today we are going to talk about morning routines, but not quite in the morning. Okay, you must have heard about how morning rituals are powerful if you wake up early and do morning routines in the early 1 hour of the morning or 2 hours of the morning, how people become productive and they feel happy and feel good and all that. But in my coaching practice, and also, for myself, in the past version of myself, I have seen people who do not want to wake up early. Like for them, waking up at 8 a.m., 9 a.m. is totally fine, and they're happy with it. So, are those people out of luck when it comes to using the power of morning routines? Of course not. The answers are never as simple. They are not out of luck. And here in this video, we want to talk about how they can use the power of morning routines without waking up early in the morning. Before we get into all that, let's discuss what is the purpose of a morning routine. The purpose of a morning routine is to start strong, start your day strong. In control, maybe you feel like you can do things that you want to do without being inundated by the outside world and the demands of the outside world. Okay, so that's the power of the morning routine. If that is the purpose of the morning routine, here are the two ingredients that go into a morning ritual or wake up routine, let's call it, that can make you step into the day powerfully and not feel like you're already behind when you wake up. Okay, so and the two things are: number one, wake up at the same time every day. Okay, including weekdays, weekends, all of that. Sometimes we think, oh, we'll wake up later on the weekends, and what happens is we spend a lot of time figuring it out what time to wake up, and we feel bad when we wake up late. Some days when we wake up early on the weekdays, we hate the weekdays, and a lot of energy goes into that hatred, and all that can be taken care of just by waking up at the same time each day. And it can be a late time. It can be 11 a.m. if you want. When I was working at Facebook, I had a colleague who used to wake up at probably like 11 or 12. He used to come to office at 2 p.m. and he was doing great. But the point is to find a time that you can wake up every day. Okay? And the second ingredient of a good wake up routine is to spend some time, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe up to a few hours, on the things that matter to you without being distracted by outside world. For example, the phone or emails or whatever. You can spend even 30 minutes on that, but find some amount of time that you can do things on your own, and it's a routine. You do the same thing every day. It's a clockwork. You become a robot for those 30 minutes or 1 hour. For me, I wake up at 5 a.m. every day, and that has started only in last few months. And I have another video on that, how I got from waking up later to wake up early. But irrespective of that, I also spend 5 a.m. to 9 a.m., the 4 hours of my time. It is pretty much clockwork every day. It's the same routine every single day. Okay? And that has unleashed a lot of energy, unleashed a lot of decision fatigue. Doesn't happen because there's no decision to be made for the first few hours of my day. Now, these are the two ingredients. And the second ingredient is a little bit easier to execute, like doing the same things every day without the outside world distraction if you wake up early. Because if you wake up early, the world is still asleep and you can do a lot of things without being distracted. But that's not a necessity. You can do it even if you wake up late. Now, there are other perspectives about waking up early. For example, in Indian culture and yoga and Ayurveda, people talk about how there are different energies in different times of the day, and waking up early is better that way. We are not going to talk about that. For our purposes, the only difference is that you get distracted later in the day and you don't get distracted when you wake up early. But if you can control the distraction, it doesn't matter. Okay, so now is the time for a friendly challenge. Here's a challenge for you. Find a time that you can wake up every day at the same time. It can be 11 a.m., it can be 9 a.m., it can be 5 a.m., it can be 4 a.m., whatever, doesn't matter. But find a time that you will wake up at the same time every day. If you are having difficulty picking a time to wake up every single day at the same time, pick the time that is the latest of your wake up time over all 7 days of a week. And that time will do just fine to begin with. And the second challenge for you is to dedicate some amount of time after you wake up and find a routine for that and do the same thing every day. For example, it could be, for me, it's I do 15-20 minutes of writing, the morning pages. I do use the bathroom, get fresh, and then I do some breathing exercises, meditation, then I do physical exercises, and then I do breakfast. That's about 3.5 4 hours of my routine. And you can start with just 15 minutes, 30 minutes, but start with something small and you will not be distracted from outside world during that time. That's the challenge. Find a time, you wake up at the same time every day, and then find some amount of time after you wake up to do the same routine every single day. All right, that is all for today, and I will see you later.